Donald Trump.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harvakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men of GMS that rule well. Those are the men who I learned this beautiful truth from, this absolute 100% truth from. And peace, love, and salutations to the elect of the true nation of Israel, Yasharallah. Okay. Quick lesson, man. Netanyahu and Trump had a conference, man, announcing what their plans on what they're gonna do with the land of Gaza, man. All right, that they just destroyed, man. Okay. They destroyed it, but they're gonna lie and say that we were protecting the holy people from terrorists, terrorists, all right, which is false, man. They're the real terrorists, all right. If terrorists, all right. If you know what I'm talking about, man, they're the real ones, okay. And really, that's our land. Us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, us true Israelites, that's our land, which we've been taken out of, driven out of, all right, pushed out of, okay, and sent to the four corners of the earth, okay. That's our land that they're bombing and setting up plans to make a beautiful city out of, man. No, hey, do what you want, Esau. Do what you want, Edom, white man, Trump, okay, Netanyahu. Do what you want. The Lord's gonna come back very soon, and destroy you, and put you in chains, and put you make you our slaves when the Lord returns, okay. So do what live it up, man. Do what you want, man. All right, it's gonna be that much worth it when we're whipping your backs, all right, and making you build up the kingdom of heaven for us, man, for 1,000 years, okay. You're messing up our land, all right. You're destroying it. You're calling yourselves the real chosen people of the Lord, and then persecuting us, it's going to be worth it, man, because the scriptures say do unto her double for what they did unto us, roughly paraphrasing, okay. So we're going to be doing double, unto you heathens, you Edomites, you white people who've misused the whole earth, specifically Israel, Yasharallah, okay, who touched the apple of the Lord's eye. So I'm gonna let you watch this TikTok, and I'm gonna break down some precepts.
Has just caused a global.
Just listen to the pride on these demons, on these devils, man. These Edomites, all right, and Trump and Netanyahu, man. You could just feel the pride on these devils, man. Because just watch, Slakia.
Meltdown after last night's joint conference with Netanyahu, because he announced with seemingly 100% seriousness that the United States will take over Gaza. His actual words?
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it.
Now, the plan he laid out implied that the 1.8 million Palestinians would move out and be resettled somewhere else, like Jordan or Egypt. And then the United States would go in and be responsible for dismantling the unexploded bombs, leveling the area out, which he called a demolition zone, and then rebuilding it into, quote, the Riviera of the Middle East, full of job opportunities, hotels, restaurants, etc. Effectively turning Gaza into an American-controlled hub for tourism and business. When asked about who would live there, he said, I think the entire world. Representatives from all over the world will be there. Palestinians will also live there. Many people will live there. So what does the rest of the world think? Well, Netanyahu, of course, loved the idea. He called it a history-changing move and is fully on board. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that the United States stands ready to make Gaza beautiful again. Meanwhile, Egypt, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia flatly rejected the plan immediately, saying that it would destabilize the entire region. Hamas called it ridiculous and absurd, and that any ideas of this kind are capable of igniting the region. Advocacy groups like CARE are calling it a crime against humanity. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib called it ethnic cleansing. And ultimately, regardless of what people think about it, the legal implications are endless. I mean, just forcibly relocating an entire population and claiming a foreign land without any legal basis alone are extremely illegal under international law. This is more than just a controversial foreign policy take. Experts warn that if this does actually go ahead, it could cause international chaos, legal battles, and set fire to decades of diplomacy. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Donald.
Look at this, man. Revelation 17:16, it says, "In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." And who's the whore that it's talking about? It's talking about America, okay? In Israel, man, because they're buddy, okay? And these other countries, all right, you heard what they said. They're calling it. I'll show you. What they said.
Secretary of State that it would destabilize the entire region. Hamas called it ridiculous and absurd.
Look, they're saying it's ridiculous and absurd.
And that any ideas of this kind are capable of igniting the region. Advocacy groups like CARE are calling it a crime against humanity.
All right, they're
Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib called it ethnic cleansing. And ultimately, regardless of what people think about.
So these other people, these other countries, these other nations are are starting to hate America, man. They're like, man, well, what's wrong with these men? What's wrong with America and Israel, man? They're going off, which they are, man. But America's like, oh, we're doing this for the sake of freedom and to protect the holy people, which are the Jewish people, which what they're doing is genocide, is wicked, man. Okay. They're bombing these other countries, these neighboring countries, and just unaliving people, man, that aren't JEWs, man. Okay. It says, "In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." And these other countries, man, are gonna go at war with AKA America, or in Israel. Specifically, America and Israel, because America backs up Israel. All right, and these other countries, these neighboring countries, are tired of Israel and America's, monkey business, man. All right, for lack of better words, man, they're causing strife. They're bombing, all right, people. All right, they're destroying the whole world, man. All right, they have been, okay. And all these countries who were allied with America, they're becoming unallied. They're becoming enemies with America, man. All right, they're starting to side with Russia, okay. And Russia, is America's enemy, okay, because they're tired of America, man, because they're ruling with wickedness. All right, like the scriptures say, the children shall cry of an ungodly father. All right, and that's these people of this world. All right, this is Ezekiel 36:5. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy, all right, have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, all right, and against all Idumea, which are the so-called white people, Esau, Edom." Okay, that's another biblical name for the so-called white man. All right, for Edom. All right, Esau. Okay, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. And that's what these heathens have done. They appointed their own. They literally went to war. They did 2 world wars. After World War II, what'd they do? All right, they made a pact, a contract. All right, it's like an agreement to appoint Israel, the modern day land of Israel, to the so-called Jewish people, the JEWs, all right, which are not the true people which are not the true Israelites, man. All right, they're of the synagogue of Satan, like the scriptures say. So those people in the land of Israel right now are not the holy people, which they're not the Israelites. All right. They say they are, but they're lying. All right. It says, appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, or with all their heart. All right. And that's what they're doing, man. They're like, we're going to build Gaza and make Gaza beautiful again. You know, it was already nice and beautiful, man. You know, it was just the Ishmaelites, you know, the Palestinians were living there, and they were doing their thing. It's just you JEWs, man. All right, you small hats, you know, you white folk, you Edomites who destroyed it, who bombed it, who caused war. All right, who set up your own terrorist groups in there to blame it on them, to go up in there and bomb those innocent well, they're technically not innocent, but you know, those so-called innocent Palestinians. All right, they didn't do nothing to you. And those terrorist groups, those were set up and funded by you, so-called white men, you JEWs, okay? Because that's what you do. You know, you set up fake T groups, all right, in these countries who you want to take over, and then you blame it on them, all right, and then you point the finger at them. They're like, look, you know, they're causing evil in your country, and we got to come over there and give you freedom. And what you do, you bomb everybody, and you take it over with bloodshed and the sword and the killing instrument, and you spoil the people and you spoil the land, all right, and you put those people in slavery, all right, you crash their economies and everything, you know, and you've been doing this for decades and you know, for a while, man, all right. Okay, so yeah, man, we're just doing it. We're just continuing on doing it, man. This is Joel 3. Let's start at 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, this is going to be World War III. All right, all these countries and these peoples and nations are going to gather themselves in the Middle East. All right, you know, that's why the talk is always in the Middle East, Israel, you know, in that land, because that's the Holy Land. And the Lord's going to bring all these countries down there to fight World War III against each other, man. All right, that's why it says that. And we'll bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. The valley of Jehoshaphat is a fertile crescent, all right, where the land of Israel is, okay? It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. That's why they're all fighting for that piece that piece of land. All right, because that's the Holy Land. That land was given unto us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites of the Bible. That's our land. We're the holy people. The scriptures say, Israel is a people before it's a place. The land was made for the people's sake, not the people for the land's sake. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations. And we're not living in that land. The so-called blacks, Mexicans, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're not in the land of the modern-day land of Jerusalem, Israel right now. No, you see Arabs and white people, you know, JEWs, small hat people, all right? You don't see Mexicans, Native Americans, you know, Indians, and so-called black people, Haitian people, Jamaican people, Mexican people, Brazilian, Argentinian, no, Cuban, no. You see white people and Arabs, so-called, okay, which are the heathens, all right? And these heathens who the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, has put over us, all right, to rule over us, because we went against our Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, all right, are fighting over our land, all right? It says, and will plead with them there for my people, you know? And that's what the Lord's doing. He's putting the spirit upon these heathens to go out war with each other, because they're fighting for the Lord's land, for our land, all right? And for my heritage, Israel, okay? That's what they're doing, all right? They're fighting over the Holy Land, all right? Because they think they got next, all right? But we do. The scriptures say Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, right, the Israelites, is the beginning of it that followeth. And we're at the end of the world. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is ruling the world at the end times right now. So, and after that, when the Lord returns and puts everything right side up and turns the tables and puts you heathens into slavery under our feet, we're gonna live it up, man, in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Obadiah 1:3 says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's the mindset of these heathens, of the white of Esau, man, of Trump and these other Edomites, man. All right, the pride in their heart has deceived them. They think they could do what they want because, it feels like that, they got the power to do everything. They've been given the fatness of the earth. All right, they're ruling over everybody because that's their blessing. But it's a carnal, temporary blessing, man. Their blessing is running out. The Lord's returning soon. That's why they're trying to hurry up and build everything up, build their NWO world order up fast, because they know the Lord's coming soon. All right. What's the precept that I wanted? Oh, it's right here. Malachi 1:4. It says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are in It's lucky my throat got dry. It says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." And that's what they've done, man. All right. They used to live in the caves, and bang, out of nowhere, these Edomites, all right, in the past, like 5 centuries, man, all right, they came and they started ruling the whole world again. They revitalized the Roman Empire, and they're ruling over everybody, man. They spoiled the whole earth, okay? They taken the land of Israel, all right, and they're doing what they want with it, man, all right? They destroyed, and they're building back up, all right? They're building up the desolate places that they destroyed, all right, because the Lord took them out of that low caveman state, all right? They used to live in Mount Seir and the Caucasus Mountains, the Lord brought them to a low state, and then bang, the Lord brought them up, risen them up, all right, and made them rule the whole earth with the sword, with the killing instrument, all right. Now they're all over the place, man, building up their own cities and towns and countries. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever." Okay, so Trump, Netanyahu, they could do whatever they want, man. They could build whatever kind of smart city in Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and have whoever they want live in there, do whatever they want. But the Lord said the Lord says, "You're going to build, but I'm going to throw it down." Okay. And that time is very soon. The Lord's coming very soon. Can't you see? Can't you see the prophecies popping off the page of the Bible? Can't you see the writing on the wall? All right. So hope this was edifying to the elect. Until next time, shalom.